I just wanted to share with you my success on how I got off of Effexor XR. I started taking it about a year ago. I started off, it was for depression and anxiety, and I started off with the 75 milligram, and the first couple of months I would say was probably really bad. I was getting a lot of side effects, negative side effects. It did take away my depression and my anxiety, which was really good for me, but it also came with bad side effects. For example, I couldn't sleep at night. I was really tired all day, just extremely fatigued, irritated all the time, not motivated. It made me gain a lot of weight. I could just continue on and on. After about 4 or 5 months into it, I started talking to my doctor about when I could come off of it. I felt, I don't know, I've never taken that medicine before. I didn't like the way it was making me feel. I thought maybe if I could, start weaning off of it, maybe it'd be best for me. So the doctor said that I at least had to be on it for 6 months to a year. They said that after a couple more months taking it, that we'll see how everything's going, and to just give it more time, and that the side effects should subside. But of course, just more negative side effects kept appearing. For example, I couldn't concentrate well. Everything just seemed kind of foggy, kind of numb to everything. Sad events would happen in my life, and I just kind of didn't have emotion to it when I should have. I couldn't make good decisions for my life because I was just numb to everything. I wasn't there. It was just numbing me, and I started looking into researching online to see how I could come off of it, if it's the best idea, if anybody else has had those symptoms before. And to my surprise, a lot of people have had those symptoms, and a lot of people have tried to come off of it, and they talk about the ugly withdrawal symptoms that they have, which most of you are aware of, and are probably watching this video for that reason. I hadn't experienced any withdrawal symptoms because I never stopped taking it back then. But I remember one time I had missed it. I had gone out with friends, came back late. When I came back home, I fell asleep and I forgot to take it. Well, during the middle of the next day, I take the medicine at night. During the middle of the next day, I started feeling very nauseous. Those brain zaps that they call, it just feels kind of like if somebody hit your funny bone in your brain. You couldn't even look to the side without it, hurting your head. It just felt like somebody was just knocking your brain all the time, every time you moved. I couldn't even stand up, anything. So it started to freak me out that just a couple of hours, not even a full day of not taking the medicine, how much effect it has on you. So that was when I decided it's time to come off that medicine. This medicine is no good for me. Yes, it did take away my depression and anxiety, but I also wanted, there has to be something else that can help with it instead of just, relying on that medicine. And I know some of us will have to, just like I did. I had no other choice but to get on it. I felt like nothing else was working, and it's fine to sometimes take it, but to me, I felt like I didn't need that stuff in my body. So I started doing more research of how I could get off of it and people coming off of it. I didn't really see any success stories as to how to come off of it, or mostly how they were after. They just say the plan of how they wanted to come off of it or what they tried, but it just seems like everybody has failed. I talked to my doctor. My doctor said, you could, sorry, my dog is eating if you hear crunching. My doctor suggested to first come down the dosage. I was taking 75, so then he prescribed me the 37.5, I believe is the lowest one. He said to take that for at least a month or two to see how my body handles it. I did it and I did great. I thought I was going to get one of those brain zaps or dizziness or something, but I did good. So I decided to take the next step. I asked him what to do next. So he said to start taking it every other day. So for example, I take it today, tomorrow I don't take it, the next day I take it, and so forth. It was a nightmare. That happened, let me see, about 4 or 5 months ago when I had started taking it every other day. It just was not good. So much anxiety. My heart, from the second I woke up, my heart was pounding really hard. I couldn't focus. I was extremely tired all the time. The brain zaps were ridiculous. And I was like, I thought maybe it'll, go away in a week or two, but it just kept getting worse. So because of how bad the withdrawal symptoms were, just from taking it every other day, I decided to just go back on the 37 and figure something else. So I told the doctor that that wasn't working for me. He just said that let's just say he wasn't a big help. He just said the same thing, that you're supposed to just every other day, and then 2 days you don't take it, 1 day you do take it, 2 days you don't take it, and then the next week you do 3 days you don't take it, and 1 day you do take it. I wasn't going to do that. So I did more research online, and I decided, what if I open up the actual capsule? I know it has little beads inside, so I said maybe I could taper off by taking out some beads at a time. So that's how my plan started. I also wanted to be sure, or I wanted to not get the withdrawal symptoms as bad, or at least have them as minimal as possible as I could get them. I saw in one of the online websites that fish oil helps a lot with your brain, your mind. Not only does it help for other things, but it helps also for anxiety. It's helped people for depression. It's helped people for multiple things. And not only that, it's just really healthy for you. It's also helped people with the brain zaps or the dizziness that people get from trying to come off of it. So I went ahead and bought the biggest jar that they have of fish oil. They sell it at Walmart, Target, probably, I'm pretty sure they sell it at Walgreens. This is the bottle that I got. It's from Nature Made. I bought it at Walmart. It's the 360 milligram omega-3. I don't know if you could see it well. So I started taking this for about 2 weeks before I decided to start tapering off the way I wanted to. Finally, I prepared myself, whatever happens. I needed to just get off this medicine. So I opened up the first pill, and I counted how much were in there, and it was about 30, 35, 37, around there, I don't remember. So I said, I'm going to take out 25% of the pill. So I believe that was, I estimated 10. So I started taking out 25% of the pill, and I did that for about 2 to 3 weeks to make sure my body got used to that dosage, until I started feeling like I was ready to go lower. So when I was ready to go lower, of course I did the 50%, which I was taking just half the pill. Now each pill does have different amount. It varies from 30 little beads to up to, I've counted as much as 47 beads. So you kind of have to do an estimate of what half of that pill is. So I did the 50% of the pill for about two weeks, and I felt good. I felt fine. No brain zaps, nothing. Every now and then I get anxiety, but no brain zaps. Everything was fine. I started also exercising, eating good, plenty of fluids. Prayer is probably the most effective thing that has ever happened to me. If it wasn't for prayer and God helping me through this, I wouldn't have even gotten the guts to even start tapering off of it. So continuing with the dosage, I went down to only taking 25% from it. Now I took that for another couple of weeks as well. Everything was fine. So I didn't want to go from 25% to nothing. I was so scared. So just to be safe, instead of taking out 75% of the pill of the beads and taking only 25%, I started counting how many I was going to take in. So I said, okay, I'm only going to take 10 beads, and whatever the rest is, throw it away. So I started that. I took only 10 beads each day, of course, for I think it was 3 weeks. And I was a little bit lightheaded every now and then, but nothing that I couldn't handle. It would go away. It was just out of nowhere. Some headaches, but like I said, nothing that you can't take a pill for, or take rest or whatever you can do for it. So then I went down from 10 beads to 6 beads for a week, and then from 6 beads to 4 beads. I know it sounds ridiculous, only taking 4 beads. You're probably wondering, oh, why don't you just stop taking the medicine? But if you have ever experienced those brain zaps, the nausea, the withdrawal symptoms that people go through, you get freaked out. You want to avoid that as much as possible. So just listen to your body, listen to how you're feeling, listen to if you're feeling like you need to go slower, tapering off slower. Just listen to your body. It takes time. It takes patience. Pay attention to your body. If you feel like you need to stay in a certain dosage for a while, then do it, Just know that your ultimate goal is to come off of it, and you will do it as long as you do it right, as long as you exercise, pray, drink plenty of water to flush it out. Fish oil. Fish oil helped me a lot. B complex is another vitamin that they sell. I started taking that as well. My primary doctor had told me to take B complex, and that's supposed to be good for your mind as well, and all that. You guys could do some research on it online. So after the 4 beads each day, I went to 2 beads, and I did that for 4 days, taking 2 beads, and I felt like it was time to just say goodbye for good. So I stopped taking the pills completely about, here, I'll tell you, hold on, I have it on my phone. On the 16th of May, I stopped taking it, and today is the 23rd, so it's been exactly a week since I stopped taking it. The first day off of it, after the 16th, I did feel lightheaded, kind of like if my brain was floating. I had to, I would be walking out of nowhere and feel off balance, like kind of like vertigo. So I decided to stop working out, just because I don't want to be exercising and then something bad happened, just because I'm feeling dizzy. I wanted to get my body some rest, because it does take a toll on you when you come off of this medicine. You need to take care of yourself, be gentle with yourself, you know. So the first 2 days I started feeling a little bit dizzy, and I did not want to go back on the 2 beads or 6 beads. I wanted to just keep going. So I stayed strong, you know. Reading helps. I found out that reading helps, reading a book. Not your phone, just because the screen is a little bright and it might mess up with your vertigo. But reading just a book, a magazine, anything that you find helps with the dizziness. I don't know why, but it helps me. It might be different for you. Take a nap, whatever helps you. So today is day 7 of coming off of it. I do feel some anxiety, but that could easily be from all the stress that I'm going through. I'll probably talk about that in another video. But and it also could be a side effect of coming off of it. So I'm just trying to stay positive, give it time. I'm not going back to that medicine. I tried counseling. I've been going to counseling. Counseling helped me a lot as well. You know, surround yourself with good friends. Go for a walk. If you have a dog, take your dog out to walk. Anything that you enjoy doing, take time for yourself. You need to have everything about you. I have a son, so whenever I drop him off to school, I have me time. I'll go walk around Walmart. I'll go walk around Ross, any store that I feel like it's me time. Even if I don't shop, I'll be broke, but I'll just do something for me. Go tan at the pool, do my nails at the house, anything that you want to do that gets your mind off of it to keep going another day. It's basically a day by day. You take it day by day. I'm still continuing to take fish oil. I don't think I'll ever stop taking fish oil. I've had some positive effects from it. I feel more active, more motivated, more aware. That could also be from coming off of the medicine. I don't regret coming off of it. I do want to mention that at times I feel kind of, I don't want to say depressed, because it's nowhere near what I felt last year, but kind of, you know, under the clouds, you know, kind of blue. But again, I am going through some stuff in my life right now that could easily be from that. But it's okay to be sad. It's okay to feel down at times. It's okay to feel like that. Don't be hard on yourself if you start feeling like that. It will pass. Try not to fight it. The more you fight it, it seems like the more it comes back. Same for an anxiety attack. I used to get really bad anxiety attacks. The more you fight it, the more I remember the more I would fight it, the more I would get mad that it wouldn't go away. The worse it would get, the worse it'd be to control it. You just cannot control it. It feels horrible. It feels like your heart is gonna explode. It feels like you feel flushed, you feel hot, you feel like and sometimes it could be for no reason. It's really horrible. Now I tell myself, if I feel like anxiety's coming up again, I just tell myself, it's okay, it's normal, it'll pass. It's always passed. And within an hour, half an hour, it just goes away. I just distract myself. I just try your best not to fight it. That's the main key. Anyways, I wanted to share my story of how I got off of Effexor XR. It is possible. There is hope. There is light at the end of the tunnel. Do not give up. Talk to your doctor before you try this as well, to keep them in the loop. It takes time. It takes time. Be patient. If you really want to come off of it, you will. If you really want something in your life, you'll do it. It might sound easier saying it than doing it, but it is possible. It takes time. Nothing comes easy. With my depression and anxiety, I feel like it's something that I'm just gonna have to live with forever, and it's part of me. It doesn't make me. I'm not the depression and I'm not the anxiety. It's just a part of me that I have to live with and that I just have to accept with it. You're okay to have depression, to have anxiety. You're okay. Don't be harsh on yourself. Also, I will try to do another update in a couple weeks. I will be moving out of state back home to Texas. So maybe when I get back home to Texas, I'll make another video, or maybe even before that. But if you have any questions, please just let me know. Everybody's body is different, of course. Like I said, listen to your body. But I hope this video helps anybody. Even if I could help just one person come off of this medicine that they're really trying to come off of, even if I change someone's life by helping them come off of this medicine, that's all that I really wanted. So I really hope I help someone from this. Like I said again, you're free to ask any questions, make any comments. So good luck. Talk to your doctor. Buy fish oil. Buy your vitamins. Exercise. Drink plenty of water. Do your research before you start. And that's it. Hope you guys have a good day.